My name is Devin Coleman. I'm a published author, a speaker, and a poet. When I was in middle school, I found a love for writing, but so many things was going on in my life through high school and college, I walked away from it. Here comes a traumatic experience, and because people didn't want to hear what I had to say, or I didn't think they valued the words that I had to find another way to display them. And for me, that was writing poetry. So it's an honor and privilege to share this workshop with Hope at Hand, because they work with the demographic of children that I once was. I started back writing when I was in a correctional institution. So my series is about painting pictures with words, because it's important that whenever you create a piece of literature, that your words depict what you're trying to say to a point where the person actually goes to or can envision what you're talking about. So I want to share a piece with you from my book, A Diamond in the Rough. It started out as a hunk of coal in a mine buried hundreds of miles under the earth. At first, it was nothing special to look at, but the circumstances surrounding that hunk of coal is what makes it different. Over years of tremendous pressure being piled on that piece of coal, it didn't break or become dust. The protective covering that to some looks black and nasty begins to peel away or dissolve to reveal the true beauty that lies beneath. What it was once, it is no more. Now what you have is a diamond, formed from the roughest circumstances, which makes it marvelous to behold. Its beauty sparkles in the sunlight as it's world renowned. People have lost their lives behind this beauty. Some even sell their soul. What once was a mockery is now the sharpest and most beautiful stone around. At times I liken myself to the diamond in the rough, because I was that cold that everyone wanted buried. Life took its course and tremendous pressure was applied. I lost loved ones to what I viewed as untimely deaths or just strained relationships. Friends either died in the streets or turned out to be backstabbers. I started throwing bricks at the penitentiary and one got stuck, causing me to be separated from everything and everyone that cared about me and gave me hope. Then, during the darkest recess of that isolation, the ugliness of what my life had become began to peel away. My light started to shine. In spite of being oppressed and degraded at every turn, my talent shone through the darkness. When my never give up attitude became more clear, and then I began to stand apart from the crowd, that's when the ones who turned away from me in the ugliness of my transgressions saw the beauty that now emitted from my pores. Now, in order to be a part of that beauty that has and will continue to become my life, will come with a price. Swallow pride, apologies, and requests for forgiveness. Some can afford the price, but for many, it will be too much to pay. But whatever the cost, you can never copy or cheapen to the beauty emitted from a diamond in the rough. Hopefully when I read that excerpt, you was able to hear the words that I was saying and then actually visualize a hunk of coal being buried under layers and layers of pressure, right? And then when you crack at it and break it apart, you see this beautiful stone that people like actually lost their lives to obtain. Also, I was able to show how situations that I've been through in life made me feel like that same diamond being buried up under so much pressure. So that's what we want to do when we paint pictures with words. Now, I want to share a couple tips with you. In order to become a better writer, you have to read. That's why I always keep a stack of books handy. And I read, and it helps me come up with ideas to write. Another thing, when you write your pieces down, understand that where they start isn't necessarily where they're finished. You might revise a piece 2, 3, 4 times before it becomes the finished piece that you want. And that's fine. It's your journey. walk your journey. Don't be ashamed to share your pieces around people that'll give you honest feedback and critique, because that's how you get better in your craft. Thank you for joining.